A man stands with his fist already touching another man's chest. No wind up, no room to swing. He barely moves, maybe an inch. And the person in front of him goes flying backward off his feet into a chair. It looks like a trick, or a stunt, or something you'd need to be superhuman to do. It's none of those. It's just physics. The same physics behind a cracking whip and a snapping towel. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. In 1964, a karate tournament in Long Beach, California, a young, almost unknown martial artist steps up to demonstrate something strange. He plants his fist an inch from a volunteer's chest, and with what looks like almost no motion, sends the man staggering backward. The crowd goes quiet, then loud. The man's name was Bruce Lee. Here's the puzzle. A normal punch travels a foot or more, building up speed the whole way. This one has almost no distance to work with. So where does the power come from? The secret isn't in the arm. It's in a single idea from physics called impulse. When you hit something, what matters is momentum, mass times velocity, and how fast it travels. Force is just change in momentum divided by time. Read that again. Divided by time. If you can pack the same momentum into a shorter burst, the force shoots up. A slow shove and a sharp strike can carry the same energy, but the sharp one hits like a hammer because it's over in a heartbeat. So the question isn't how hard can Lee push, it's how much momentum can he dump in the smallest sliver of time. And the answer is with his whole body in sequence. Watch closely, and the punch isn't a punch at all. It's a wave. It starts at the floor, his heel drives the hip, turns, the torso throws the shoulder whips the elbow the wrist, the knuckles. Each link hands its speed to the next, like a bullwhip cracking. By the time the wave reaches his fist, everything has added together. Then the cleverest part. Right at impact, Bruce Lee snaps his hand back. That shortens the contact time. And remember, shortened time means greater force. Lee didn't invent this. He learned it in Hong Kong, training in Wing Chun, a close-range southern Chinese style built for fighting, nose to nose, where there's no space to wind up. The Chinese name is Conjuring, inch power. The underlying skill is called Fo-Jin, explosive force, released in an instant. For centuries, it was taught as something almost mystical, passed hand to hand. What Lee did was drag it into a stage in America, and without meaning to, it reached the core concepts of physics. On Mythbusters, a trained 1-inch punch registered about 680 newtons of force, while a full wind-up punch measured over 1400. So the 1-inch punch is not the hardest hit in the record, but that misses the point. Delivered over that tiny distance, it's still brutal. On another show, a Shaolin monk 1-inch strike is measured at 1.7 times more damaging to the body than a 30-mile-per-hour car crash. An eyewitness swear Lee once sent a man weighing 245 pounds flying clean off his feet. Here's the twist that I love. A Stanford researcher studied it and found the power doesn't live in the muscles at all. Experts and beginners had similar strengths. What separated them was timing, a split second coordination of all those links firing in the right order. In fact, trained practitioners had measured more of a certain kind of tissue in the cerebellum, the part of the brain that coordinates movement. So the 1 inch punch isn't really in the fist, it's in the brain. That's the whole secret. Not raw strength, sequence, and timing. The same trick that lets a tiny towel sting, a golf club launch a ball, a whip break the sound barrier. Force is momentum over time. Shrink the time, and a single inch is all you need.